Hi, everybody.
Episode 3. Or 3.
Tres.
3. Yeah, that. A lot of ways to say 3. Anyway, a few days, yesterday, how I want to do this. Today is Saturday. Yesterday was Friday, and yesterday we did a case opening, which the video you probably is already up, and you guys either saw it, or will see it, or something of the sorts.
There's probably a link somewhere around.
I'm going to put an info card right there. Anyway, so with that said, we got into a case opening like you saw with Nas and John. I got my Murakumos, he got his DIs,
Dark Ravens.
and then Pale Moon and Shadows they got. And they're probably going to either talk about it or not. That's either or. But, so far, we've play tested a little bit. I'm happy with my Murakuma and the way I built it. What about you with DIs?
Oh, you know I'm very happy with where it's at right now.
What about the Dorines, huh?
Yeah, if I can find a way to make them work, I'll put them in. But right now, there's no Dorines in my build.
Who wants to judge us, huh? I dare you. Anyway, we're building basically our decks to suit our playstyle. For right now, we're still tweaking it. Like, for example, my Murakumo, I am really testing this out and I'm enjoying it a little bit too much. But it's running 8 draw triggers. And yes, you guys may call me crazy, but for right now, it's working. Ain't that right?
Yeah.
Anywho, that being said, we should get some gameplay soon, deck profile soon. Hopefully we can again collaborate with John Madison and get you a little bit more Pale Moon and Shadow Paladin gameplays of that. But that's in the future. Let's talk about here and now, or technically last week. Okay, let's start off with the leaks.
Yes, leaks.
So, to start us off, we're still going to talk about, technically the set has been leaked completely, but there are some cards that we still want to talk about. For example, White Hair in the Moon Shadow Palinor. He's already holding his head.
This in standard probably won't see play just because there's no soul and counterblast management, like good soul and counterblast management.
I mean, it might see play.
There's
Might.
the soul cost is really heavy for this in standard.
I mean, honestly, if you get... it depends on how you play. But yes, he's right, because the skill is... Auto hand at the end of the battle that your rear guard's attack hit a grade 3 or greater vanguard. Cost Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 3. Retire this card as stand. Ride. Whoops. I can't read. Ride this card Ride this card as stand. And this unit gets drive -1 until the end of turn. So technically combining this with Ezel, like you going on grade 3 while they're grade 1, and assuming one of your rear guards attacks after the fact that Ezel attacked, you can still get another Vanguard swing in, and
They have to be at grade 3.
Oh shit! Never mind.
This is a good way to finish the game after you Ezel them.
Still.
Like I said, the Soul Blast cost is heavy for standard, but in premium, boy, after you stride, swing with Vanguard, then you got this hitting. It's gonna be some fun standard.
I mean, it's not that bad. You can see why it's a double rare, right? The cost and the skill and the grade 3, it suits a double rare slot.
Yes.
The added bonus is that it still has the Excel marker, so
exactly.
Not bad. Moving on. We got some random common junk.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the other effect on it.
Oh, there's it. Whoops. I'm a spleb.
The more important card about this for standard.
Yes. At the end of the battle that your rear guard attacked a vanguard, cost Counterblast 1 and return the unit that attacked to your hand.
So after you splurge out your hand, you can just get it all back at the end of the turn.
No, yeah, all back. Counterblast is a thing, good sir.
True. But I mean,
key units. Like some key units you do want back, some you want to leave on there. It really depends on how you play it and how you combo off and what you're going to play.
Exactly.
Like in standard, like we said, it's going to be kind of hard because that's a lot of counterblast and there's a limited counter charge. In premium, it can come in handy.
A key unit you'll probably see comboed with that is the grade 1 that says when it's placed by a card effect, you can Soul Blast to draw a card. So you place it, Soul Blast, draw a card, then you use its skill after it attacks on an Excel circle, bounce it back to your hand, net 1 at least.
Pretty much. So moving on. Now we got some comments that got leaked, but there is one comment that I want to talk about from the Ultra Miracle set Madison is especially happy about this one just because of what it does, and it's Maiden of Pure Splash. The reason this is, I think, a really good card is because its skill is Auto Vanguard. When placed, cost Counterblast 3, call up to 5 plant tokens to open rearguard, choose up to 5 of your plant tokens, and they get power up 5,000 until the end of turn for each of your grade 0 rear guards. So because plant tokens are grade 0, math, all of them gain plus 25. So 50 column, plus 25, so 30k booster. And plant tokens have 5k base, so technically 60 and 60. Mm-hmm. And if this is your second Raigon grade 3, there is a force marker somewhere.
Yep.
You can literally make a field out of nothing. Yes, it's Counterblast 3, and it's a common, and it doesn't have the force marker on it, but still, big columns for a goodish cost.
There's only 2 reasons you're going to do this. Either 1, you know you're going to finish them with it, or 2, you're literally top decking this and just out of nowhere and have no field.
Last ditch resort.
Yep.
Not a good one.
Exactly.
Moving on. So this is at the point where all of the set from the Ultra Milko has leaked and everything is out. Mm-hmm. Which means we move on to the next set.
It's time to go to the Split Zoo, boys and girls.
We got Gear Chronicle, we got Great Nature, and we got Genesis. So to start us off, I'm going to actually talk about the promos that got leaked for all 3 clans. I'm going to start off with Gears and with Retro Axe Dragon. Again, these are promos, so we might not see them in English, but still we're going to talk about them a little bit. Mm-hmm. So Retro Axe Dragon's skill is Auto Rearguard. At the end of the battle that this boosted, cost Counterblast 1 and bind this unit and return a grade 2 card from your drop zone to your hand. Now this card says a lot about Gear Chronicle and how they're going to look in Standard. Mm-hmm. Like we saw the grade 3 and we know that they're going to have a pseudo strike from deck, and it's still incorporating the ye old Gear Chronicle bind your cards.
So if you're afraid they weren't going to do it, well, here you go.
You can combine this with some of the old cards in Chronojet and Premium, I think. But for right now, for just Standard play, this card is honestly not bad.
What typing is it? Do they say what kind of type? What type of gear? A gear beast or anything like that?
I have no clue. It does not say here, and I don't see. I'm looking at the card. I don't see 2 things, so I doubt it's a Zodiac Time Beast.
I mean, you can still use this in Chrono Thing.
Pretty much.
Like it's a bind.
You can utilize it, and you get a grade 2 Bex. There are some good grade 2s in Premium, and there might be some good grade 2s in Standard. We don't know yet. Exactly. So this card might be good. Might be a good tech card. We'll see. Moving on, this is a fun promo that got leaked Genesis.
This is actually a very interesting reprint.
So, who remembers when Genesis were topping on a regular basis because of a stupid semi-infinite loop? Nobody? Nobody remembers the Fenrir Wiseman combo? Well, guess who's back? And not Fenrir. Wiseman, Angelic Wiseman just got leaked as a promo, but there are 2 main differences. 1, it's a grade 2 now, not a grade 3 anymore. And 2, it's skill. It changed a little bit, but the cost I think is not going to be suited for Premium. So I think it's just going to be played in Standard, if played at all. Mm-hmm. Because its cost is Auto Vanguard Rearguard. When it attacks a Vanguard, cost Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 2, and 3 of your front row units gain 5,000 until the end of turn. Not a bad card.
Thinking about it now, that actually kind of works pretty well for the league that they're going to talk about later.
I mean, yeah, but still, you got to think this is an Excel clan.
No, it's a Force clan.
Genesis? Mm-hmm. Damn! Wait, no.
The only Excel clan is the Great Nature.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting. Anyway. I keep forgetting, okay? Yes, this is still a Force clan, but 5,000 power to the front row is not that bad, and the cost is also not that drastic.
I mean,
plus it's a Vanguard Rearguard skill, so you can do some early plays with it.
And there's some cards that we're going to talk about later that actually minimize that cost.
Very much. But Angelic Wiseman going to grade 2 and not a grade 3 after he broke the meta for a bit.
I think it's a way of Bushiroad trying to slowly balance everything back out again.
Very much. Anyway, the last promo for the 3 clans of course, is a Great Nature. And we got a cute otter, Stamp C Otter. A great one that came in as a promo. And it has a pretty simple skill. Continuous rearguard. This unit cannot be retired by card effects. It can be chosen. That is key. Because how many clans or cards and specifically have to, have an empty field to do something? One that just got, released in English.
Peanut butter dragons.
So this thing is literally the same thing as Promised Daughter right now.
Yep.
Just stop. You can't retire.
Which, in all honesty, matters a lot because this is the next Steel clan.
Mm-hmm.
So having rear guards means a lot.
Oh, very. I wish they put this in either Novas or Tachis or any other XL clan I play. Because this would have benefited so much. Because it's a great one. Mm-hmm. You're not going to see it in front for it to be attacked. The only thing that can literally get rid of it in the back row is Escalade.
Yep.
And that's it.
Or that one Murkumo guy. The one
oh yeah, the one that can attack. Either way, those are two cards in the format that we haven't seen a lot of yet. Either way, XL clan with a card like this, oh my god, yes.
And the way that Great Nature plays, and if it still plays like it used to, it's going to abuse that card.
Now, as much as I love XL, I'm not building Great Nature. I'm not stepping that line. Not again.
Not again.
Not again. So that was the promos that we, again, might or might not get. Who knows? Bushy English is weird. So let's get back to the set leaks. Mm-hmm. And we start off with our first set leak, and actually not first set leak, but one of the first, with Great Nature, a Grade 2 Geography Giant.
Big old panda roll.
You are not wrong. It's a rare, and again, it has a simple skill, but a skill that with an XL clan.
It is an XL clan.
Okay, I gotta check.
Yeah,
but an XL clan is really good because its skill is continuous rearguard. If this is on an additional rearguard, this unit gets 8,000. You know what this means?
It's a 27.
It's a 27 on its own on an XL circle.
Yep.
Being an XL player and any other XL player out there will know this is key because it puts you still in range even if your opponent hits one defensive trigger. Because usually with XL clans, one defensive trigger, your entire attacking pattern changes or stops.
And it's going to look a little bit better than that if you think about Great Nature in general, just because they love to add +4s. So you can think of 1+4 or +8 to add it onto that on top of all that.
Until we get more leaks, we honestly don't know if they're going to still do that, but that's highly likely they will. And for an XL clan, it is devastating, as I've proven with Tachis.
The fact that they printed the Otter as a promo and having that effect really leans toward they're going to have that skills again.
Very. Anyway, moving on. I thought there was more. Whoops.
There's
Let me just double check.
We can't talk about... Never mind. I'm sure we're going to cover that.
Sir?
We're going to cover that.
Oh yeah, but those are most of the leagues. There was one more league that technically happened today in Toronto, when we're going to come back to Toronto a little bit later, but basically the card that Alex was kind of winking with Angelic Wiseman before was leaked, and its skill or its name is Battle Maiden. Oh my god, butchering names. Shita Teruhime.
You got that more than I do.
Anyway, it's a Grade 2 for Genesis, and it's a 10k base. It has the skill Vanguard Rearguard Actability. Counterblast one until the end of the turn. Reduce the next time you would Soul Blast by 2. And one of your other units gains plus 3,000 power. So, there's one key part to this skill. It does not say once per turn.
Mm-hmm.
So you can stack this, and depending on how Genesis is going to have their costs, if they're going to do what they did in before and most of their skills be Soul Blast 3 or stuff like that, mm-hmm. or as we saw with Angelic Wiseman, a Soul Blast 2
mm-hmm.
and Counterblast 1, this can minimize most of your costs. Or technically, it's not even minimizing your costs, it's just changing the cost from a Soul Blast to a Counterblast.
Look at it this way. Say you have a Vanguard that says Soul Blast 6, you blink. That's its only skill, but you only have like 5 cards in Soul. well, you can just counterblast this 3 times, and then, well, no, I don't have to Soul Blast at all. I can just activate it as many times as I want to.
He's not wrong.
I mean, it's going to be a really good card, depending on what the effects are later in.
See, I'm going to say this right now. It's going to be a really good card if the Genesis gets some form of counter control, counterblast control. Just because I've seen, just with Wise Man and this card, we've seen a lot of counterblast. And you playing Royal Paladins know that is an issue sometimes.
Or even, like, activating this once or twice is still good, just because you still lower the amount of Soul Blast to...
Well, true, but you gotta remember, it's a Force Clan. It's not meant to kill you in one turn. It's supposed to kill you slowly, but...
tempo.
Very tempo.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta be careful with your resources, because if it doesn't have counterblast control, you only have a certain amount of counterblast you can use, and if you don't use it on the right skills, it can mean... it can be the difference between winning or losing the game.
But that's it for leaks, so let's talk about some fun news.
Technically, this is a leak. Technically, this is a big leak. We all knew it was coming, but this is still a big leak, and I'm very excited.
Calm down.
Boy, you tell me to calm down, I cannot calm down. Now when my best clan, my favorite clan is finally getting the spotlight, guess what's here? Link Joker!
And we broke him.
I'm sorry. It's Ibuki. It's my man Ibuki. He's back. I don't care if he's playing the leaders. I'm building the damn thing. I'm going to have fun with it. And then later down the road, in a couple of years, maybe 6 months, I don't know how long.
I think there's something more important to this than it just being deleters. The type of deleters this is. The main units are Greyon, which means all of this previous G-era support deleter stuff, even the restander...
Hey. You want to have Givens?
Givens?
Who wants Givens?
Givens are going to work with this in premium, so better get them now if you're going to get them.
And they're a Force Clan. Just imagine that. Power. Just the power coming at you.
If they still delete their vanguards, dear God.
It's because the leaders are going to be fun. We have Greyon in the trial deck, I believe. And then we also got the set. The set the Link Joker is going to come in. It's also going to come in with AL4. Like, we're going to see another supporter for Shadows, Dark Irregular, Pale Moon, and Murakumo. But this time they're throwing Link Joker in. And it's amazing. He's on the cover. My man, Ibuki's on the cover.
And it looks like this one's going to be the promo that came with them the first time around.
Yes, this one was the promo. I forgot its skill. I'll pop it right here if anybody wants to pause it, read it, whatever. It was a good card. You would play it. Mm-hmm. But there it is. And I'm going to just mention one thing before we start talking about this set a little bit more.
Okay.
The reason I'm so excited, I've never been a deleter player. I've tried it. I liked it. I kept it. I sold it. It wasn't my thing. My thing was the other Link Joker sub-clans.
Besides and...
Good sir, you're getting ahead of myself. I was trying not to say that word just yet.
Okay.
But as he said, this is Ibuki. I don't know when, but eventually we will get Messiah. My clan will be back.
And another really big thing, we'll go ahead and cover the other clans in this.
Yes,
quick.
now we can cover that. Now that I got my ecstasy out.
But there's going to be something I want to talk about this later because it's going to be a really big impact on how the future of the game is going to be, especially because of this set.
Okay, thankfully someone in the comments of this post gave me all the information I needed. I didn't want to look it up, but just to come back to the Link Joker one, on the set, on the cover of this set that we're going to get, in Japan, it's coming out on January 25th. Most likely, we're going to get it somewhere in March, hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully. But the units on the box are, for the Link Joker one, it's grade whole. So it's still a gray unit, which is amazing.
That's key.
Very. But for the other ones, let's go right away with Shadow Paladin. We got Gust Blaster Dragon, which, can you tell me anything about it?
If you all don't read the manga at all, the original, or saw the promo of this in Japan, the original version of this gained a crit for every blaster in Soul, so if it's anything like the original effect, oh boy. I think it gained power too.
I'll pull it up later. I'm technically looking at the other ones now because, fun. Dark Irregulars are getting King of Mask Dantarian. Dantarian.
Dark Regulars is going to take an interesting turn this time around because, from the looks of it, we're not getting them on.
Nope.
Probably not going to get them on at all.
And if we are, it's probably going to be a triple rare, if not a double rare, like Zambaku.
I don't even think
Murakumo support.
I don't even think we're going to get it as a double rare. I honestly think it's going to be Blade Wing Reggie just because of this card.
True. Basically, the card on the cover was first time printed a limit break ride.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how they're going to integrate or change its effect for the new stuff.
Yeah, it's the VR, and you know how the VR is completely different from the original effect.
Okay, I'm going to say just this. It's a small chance, it's true, but it might not be the VR. The reason I'm saying this is because, and this is again speculation, and we have not confirmed it at all yet. This is just what we saw. The Answer of Truth with the Gear Chronicle, Great Nature, and Genesis clans. We saw the Grade 3, the main unit for Gear Chronicle, but it hasn't been shown its rarity. And if you go to the wiki for Vanguard, it's listed as a triple rare. Now, we don't know if that's true. Maybe they just threw it in there until the actual rarity comes out. Or by the time of this video, the actual rarity already came out, so you can ignore everything we're saying. But still, if it is a triple rare, whatever small chance it is, that doesn't mean VRs are always on the top of the case. Or on the cover of the cases or boxes. You know what I mean. So with that in mind, this guy might not be a VR.
But if he is supposedly the VR, then that means his effect's going to be completely different, which means this thing's going to be wacko on what it could be and what it can do.
The potential.
And on top of that, like I said earlier, just because he's the Break Ride is the main cover card, has a very likely chance that Blade Wing Reiji is going to be in the set too. So we might see a backup with multiple crits.
Please no. Like, once we cover these, I'm going to make a point. But let's first cover them. And I'm going to go right away with the next one, which is the Pale Moon on the cover. And it's Gun, Soul Dragon, and the Stage. And the reason I'm kind of scared for Pale Moon now is, this was still in G era, me and Jeff started figuring out a deck that could probably go infinite with this card, its previous copy, because its skill was some of the sort that it could restand depending on the cost. Well, combine that with the old Break Ride and some Cray Elementals and some cards that pop out of the soul whenever you want, we actually made an infinite loop. Okay, a semi-infinite loop. But still, if this guy gets any sort of similarity in his effect with the new card, oh my god.
And like back to the point I was saying earlier, if it is the VR, most of the time the VRs that have been shown have been completely different than their original. So it could be completely different. It could be really closer to this manga than it was from the actual card.
Exactly. And let's cover real quick the last one, which I am very excited now that I picked up Murakumo and looking at the old one. It's Dueling Dragon King Zangeki. The reason I'm very excited is because the old one was actually working off of the old Zambaku. Like, they was comboed off each other. So if they keep some of the similar effect, dear lord, this is going to be amazing. If they don't, it still might be amazing.
Because, Murakumo's already anti-meta. Let's make it even more anti-meta by making them reduce drive checks on top of not blocking out their Vanguard.
Oh yeah, what'd you expect? It is bushy. I mean, they have learned, but they always come back.
Let's just hope it's a good finisher, because right now, there's no way of finishing.
But now I want to open up a topic, especially with these guys. Like, last week time we talked about how second wave of support will dictate on how the clans might play. Like, you have your main units right now, your VRs or your big bosses. I doubt anybody is playing anything other than a VR as their main right now in standard. Now, I'm not talking about premium, I'm talking about standard. So when we see the second wave of support, the game's going to change a little bit. We're going to see if they're going to play more of the old VRs with the new as support, or the new as the old support, or just take out the old VRs and put in the new ones. We don't know yet.
Or even just running all VR.
Pretty much. We're gonna see that with the set, with the high school set, and with Royal Paladin, Gold Paladin, and OTT. But later down the road, when we get this, and Shadow Paladin, Dark Irregular, Pale Moon, and Murakumo all give their second wave of support, we're gonna see some changes in Vanguard, I'm assuming.
Yep. And another thing leading up to that is the speed at which this game is running. We're already in limit break, like deep into limit break with this set. So that means after this wave of support, we're probably going to be jumping right back into G again.
See, I want to point this out. Long time ago, in a land far, basically, I needed to do that. Back when the stream for the new mechanic and markers and all that was first leaked, me and Jeff stayed up late, watched the stream. There was a picture, and I'm gonna put it up here. This, at the time and even now, I'm assuming it was Bushiroad's anime schedule or anime list. It goes from the first Vanguard season. It covers all the Aichi seasons. It covers all the Chrono seasons, and we even see the first season of V-Series. And next to it, we see Aichi and we see Chrono. And I assumed way back when that we're gonna see a season with Aichi, another season with Aichi, and then they're gonna reboot Chrono. And like Alex said, the speed we're going right now, this is very plausible.
And from the looks of it, we're getting basically two years of a wave of support. So we're going through 5 years of Vanguard for Aichi's arc within 2 years. And if suit follows, we'll go through the G era arc within 2 years. Which means by that point, we're going to whole new territory.
Which, to open up that, like, for right now, it's nothing for sure. Just from this image, I'm speculating. I'm speculating this. There has been almost no talk about this that I know from any of our friends, from anybody on the Vanguard side, or I've missed it. But I'm speculating we're gonna get Chrono, and we're gonna get those cards most likely, with force markers and Excel markers and such.
Because I don't think they're gonna bring back Stride at all.
No. Even I didn't want that. I don't think it's gonna happen. Even especially with Gear Chronicle getting the mechanic of Pseudo Stride from deck.
Mm-hmm.
But we are gonna see, most likely, if this happens, reprints of the old stuff, which means we're gonna see a new Chrono Jet. We're gonna see, probably, depending on the characters, Nokmal and Asha, whatever, Messiah. I need to say that.
It's gonna be interesting trying to adapt those into like imaginary gifts, like seeing, like, for instance, Yasue going into Excel, just cloning into rear guard and back row and all those multi attacks.
Like, we have no clue how they're gonna do this. Just because, yes, in G era you had these grade 3s. They were main units and they had stride abilities, but your strides were the one doing most of the work in the playstyles. Mm-hmm. Without those strides, the grade 3s do have their own things, but how can they incorporate those into the whole new mechanic, or how they're going to play and imaginary gifts and such?
And then unless they're going to bring back keywords like hollow and everything back into...
See, that's another thing. Are they going to bring that? But we're speculating a little bit too much on this way in the future. I'm seeing this maybe in a year and a half, even 2 years.
In 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, no, year and a half from now. Yeah.
Either way. So that was that.
Mm-hmm.
Link Joker, come here, baby. Anyway, going forward, because this is Saturday, and today was actually a Bushiroad tournament in Toronto, as far as I understood, and the set of AL4 just came out for English, there has been some development. And the meta, okay, I said the meta, but we've seen some impact from AL4. Now, this might be due to some people not being used to or have not played against Shadow Paladin, Pale Moon, Murakumo, and Dark Irregulars yet, and not being used to them or know how to play against them. I mean, a great example of that is when Mega Colony and what was the card called? Not Antline, not G-Era, boy,
oh,
G-Era!
Oh.
The guy that says you can't call it all. You know the guy.
Yeah.
Optorandus.
Yeah, that guy.
When Optorandus first came out, and that Bushiroad tournament, the set came out, Mega Colony just jumped as I move. Mayock only jumped because nobody expected it. Nobody knew what it did. And when you threw down Optorandus, people were shocked and didn't know how to combat it. I'm thinking the same is happening right now. And the only reason I'm saying this is because we got to round the results out. Thank you, whoever posted these in the Vanguardians group. Thank you a lot. But we got a top 8. Top 8 was 2 Murakumos, 3 Kagero, 2 OTT, and 1 Shadow Paladin. With OTT getting 3rd place, Kagero getting 2nd, and Murakumo winning the thing. And this is where the thing I was talking about later came in. Why are you excited? I'm playing Murakumo.
I'm excited because we're no longer getting flooded with OTT. We actually have a diverse top metagame.
No, okay, this is top 8. I promised this last week time, and I'm going to promise this week time for episode 4. Whoops. But I'm going to show you guys a little bit of percentages, and I'm going to include, if I can find, the percentages of decks played for Toronto, because I think that would be a nice splash into it. But we don't know if OTT was, overabundant again in this. We're just seeing the top 8. And like I said, the fact that we got 2 Murakumos and the Shadow Paladin in top 8 after they just got released, I'm thinking it's a little bit too how the decks play and a little bit to just people getting surprised and not knowing how to combat them. Because yes, Murakumo, the Zanbaku skill, oh my god, it is devastating if you are not prepared.
Yeah, like our play kit, if I say 90% of the time you actually get to use a skill, I'll pretty much lose.
Like, it's here and there, and we're not saying whoever played Murakumo and topped was lucky. If you're probably very good and you know the clan, you've played testing, and congratulations to all top 3 and top 8s. You guys did amazing. We praising everybody. We're just speculating right here and assuming. Until we see more tournaments and more results, we honestly don't know where this is going. If Murakumo is the new meta.
But yeah, that's the results from one of the first round wave of it, I guess.
Pretty much. Wow. A lot of stuff happened.
Yeah.
This week was eventful.
Yes, very eventful actually.
You got anything else you want to say?
Check out our case opening.
That's at the end. You put this. Oh, you're making a nightmare for me for editing. You know, it's this man. I'm editing all the videos. He's making a nightmare every time for me.
You just cut it out.
I know. What do you think I keep doing? But one last bit of news I want to say. As of today, as of recording this, and as of Saturday, today was the last episode of the first season of Vanguard. And all the Aichi blushing and Kai's like, spoilers first, like, whoop.
Big spoiler.
See what I mean with editing in this man? Anyway, spoilers for the episode, but Aichi, Kai romance, Kai using Novell, Aichi using Escapade, Kai getting and rejecting Psyqualia. Okay, not rejecting, but not needing it, stuff like that. With that closing and them graduating, we're going to go into the next phase.
Yep.
Now, we don't know when the season is going to premiere, or maybe even next week's episode is going to be the first episode of, But we got 25 episodes of this season. And this is looking from an anime fan and a guy who watches a lot of anime perspective. 25 episodes is the cap for a regular anime if it's going that long. So we might not see another Vanguard season with Aichi in high school and all that until maybe next month or next season. Like we're in winter 2019 right now in anime. So we might not see Aichi and the folks in spring 2019 or I'm honestly assuming summer 2019.
But Vanguard's never followed that schedule. They've always kind of jumped right into the next season as soon as that one's
And that's why I say we actually might be jumping in right into the next episode.
We might get like a week or 2 break, maybe, the most, but we're going to go jump right into the high school arc very soon. So we're going to start seeing second wave support
fast
within probably a month.
See, that's kind of unfair. Japan, English, but can we please keep up? Like, yesterday we got AL4, but Japan got Ultra Miracle. Like,
yeah, they're a month from now. They're gonna start showing second wave support for clans, and I'm actually kind of excited because I'm ready to see what Nubatama is going to bring.
Well, yeah, I'm excited too to see. I want to play it. I mean, I'm going to be so excited when Link Joker comes out in Japan and I'm going to see everything and I'm going to figure out how to build the damn thing. But I'm not going to get it until 2 months later.
And back to what we were saying earlier about how fast we're moving through sets. I mean, like, we're just now getting, like, a wave of support. And it's already, like, we're already going to the second wave that quickly just because of the speed they're trying to get through this stuff.
I mean, look at it this way. We just got AL4. And how long have we been seeing Nouvelle and Escalade deck profiles on YouTube?
From Japan? About a good month now.
And we still haven't got them in English.
Not for another 3 weeks.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Please just a little bit faster. Like, I know it's hard and kind of impossible sometimes. But come on. Please keep up.
I mean, it'd be nice to have same day releases, but
I mean,
it's kind of hard, especially.
It's asking too much.
Honestly, I wouldn't let us see it just because English Bushy's already been misprinted. So they misprinted on this one again. They misprinted so bad that I'd hate to see what they do if they had to rush to get the same date releases in Japan.
I still love the fact that they misprinted the coded Phantom Blaster Diablo. He's misprinted.
Like, how many times are you gonna get it wrong, English Bushy? How many times?
Enough times. But I think that's it.
Yep.
That's all we got to talk about this time. Like I said, next episode I'm gonna try to get you some stats and informations. Hopefully. I know I said it last time, but hopefully I can keep my promise this time. Oops. We're gonna talk about more leaks, so expect more Genesis, Gear Chronicle, and Great Nature to come out.
Expect some gameplay videos soon.
Gameplay, exactly. We're definitely gonna do Murakumo and Dark Irregulars.
Yes.
And I just finished my Nova Grappler, so you're gonna see that, and Kagura, hopefully. Basically, we got a lot coming for you guys. So, yeah. I've been Philip.
This is Alex.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Goodbye.
Woo! Trying to think.